A woman had been stranded in the ocean for 3 days and 3 nights. Just as she reached the brink of despair, an island suddenly appeared before her. Overwhelmed with joy, she began rowing toward it in hopes of finding help. However, she had no idea that an even greater danger was about to begin. At that moment, the boat she was using suddenly started to shake. As she tried to figure out what was happening, she realized that a giant shark was attacking her boat. The shark's attack caused the boat to rupture, and it slowly began to sink into the water. The terrified woman grabbed her paddle and started moving toward the island with all her strength. Despite her efforts, the boat was rapidly filling with water, and she was nearly thrown into the sea. Worse still, that brutal shark continued to stalk her. Fortunately, her strong survival instinct did not let her give up. She finally reached the island, but she was shocked when she got there because there was nothing but a giant rock. Meanwhile, several sharks were already circling behind her. In a moment of panic, she threw the paddle away and jumped into the water. After using her boat to stall the sharks for a moment, she began swimming toward a raft with all her might. She managed to climb onto it at the last second and escaped the sharks. Now, after calming herself down, she checked the supply box on the raft. Surprisingly, a walkie-talkie was also there. She immediately used it to call for help, but unfortunately, there was no response. This made her feel a deep sense of sadness. Feeling helpless, she took a sip of water to steady herself and continued checking the supply box. Fortunately, she found a flare gun. She immediately fired it into the sky but felt regret a few moments later. It was still daylight, so the chances of someone seeing the flare were very low. Just as she was thinking about the next shot, she suddenly saw a figure behind her. It was actually a friend with whom she had lost contact long ago. Getting emotional, the woman quickly threw a rope, hoping she would pull her friend onto the raft. However, the noise they made caught the attention of the sharks, and the sharks immediately turned toward them. Both women were terrified, but thankfully they survived the attack. Now the situation had become even more complicated. There were now not just one, but 2 people stranded in the sea. As both women were thinking about their next step, the walkie-talkie suddenly turned on, and a man's voice came through. He explained that he had heard their emergency call and was coming to their location to rescue them. The women felt immediate relief, and a ray of hope appeared. Unexpectedly, after learning about the sharks, the men decided to confront them first instead of rescuing the women immediately. Realizing the danger, the women tried to warn them, but by then, it was too late. A giant great white shark suddenly rammed their boat. One of the men lost his balance and fell straight into the sea. His companion reached out his hand to help him, but a shark leaped out of the water and bit his arm clean off, causing him to lose his balance and fall into the sea as well. In the end, the sharks quickly devoured both men, and the girl's only hope was gone.